I wanted just to take a moment after the Unite the Kingdom rally to say something that's really, really struck me over the last, I don't know how far away we are since the rally, 24 hours, I'm now in Texas, but which is just to the people around Tommy that made that all happen. And I know, and I said categorically, there is only one man in the whole of the UK, well, probably in the whole of Europe, but that could bring that many people together on the streets of the capital city. You know, without incentive, without reward, without payment, like all the protesters have. You know, they get paid their expenses, they get provided with stuff, they get given free food and a voucher for a burger. Just guys turning up because Tommy asked them to be there. But the thing I think that's really, I find really emotional is the people around him that made it happen. I find it impossible to even understand the level of planning and detail that went into making that happen. I do shows on the road now, often in theatres. Tech, audio, sound, lights, even on a small scale for me, 1,500 people in a theatre that does that for a living is hard. Right, it's just hard. It goes wrong, things don't happen, sound doesn't work. There's 1,000 things that can go wrong in a theatre. Tommy and his team, and this is about the team now, made it work. In the middle of streets where no one bloody helps him, where he wanted permission to be in Parliament Square, but they wouldn't give it because it was Tommy, and that would have been a sensible place, or Trafalgar Square, which would have been a sensible and far safer location, but they wouldn't give it because it's Tommy. But in that street, he made it happen. The screens, his team, the tech company that put the screens in up and down that place, the sound. It is impossible to overstate how brilliant the sound was. It absolutely shit it down at a number of times during the day. The sound remained constant. They managed to set up a link with Elon Musk live on stage in a street where Tommy wasn't necessarily that welcomed, and then have a split screen visual of it and have a conversation in real time. Most people can't achieve that on a Zoom link in their own homes with a bloody Wi-Fi network they've paid for, but his tech team and support team made that happen. And then the marshals and the volunteers. For days and days they went on, the marshals and volunteers. And as we tried to move forward, which admittedly at some point there, it was quite the crush. I did wonder if my rib cage was going to withstand it. But the marshals linking arms, creating a kind of pathway. I mean, that was super emotional. They were holding people so that to give us a pathway to get us through. And then the security, like the security that was added on, the security details for individuals. Sorry, I've got an itchy foot because something just bit me. Don't know what it is. It's not a person, so that's okay, probably. And there's not a snake, so that's also okay. The security, so the lads, the real security lads around Tommy, I've been with them for years. They were there when I walked Tommy to prison, when I still had a job, when I was still allowed to work and earn money in the UK, and they're still with him now. You know, the lads that are still with him, they've been with him every step of the way. His family, his kids, his dad, all stuck together through all of it, no matter what. And then the lads who turned up on the scaffold, the football lads and all of them, just there with Tommy, for Tommy, with a team, looked after all the guests, the badges, the flags that people made. There aren't enough ways for me, there aren't enough words for me, and I like to think I'm pretty handy with language, but there aren't enough words for me to describe the level of personal investment that went in by people who never asked to be on a stage, never probably wanted to be on a stage, never imagined to be on a stage, but each one of them much more important than any speaker or any person on the stage apart from Tommy. And they did it all and they made it all happen. So I really just needed to stop and say this to say, I mean, I know I said it on the day to anybody that I could cuddle, but like, I totally see what you did. I kind of imagine how knackered you were, how wet you were. That was my big worry, because I don't like people to feel cold, and I would cuddle people and they would be soaked wet through, you know. And so how cold you were, how achy you probably were. I imagine your joints at the end of the day, some of you, and how tired you were and how wrecked you were. But I want to say that I totally see that. I saw it on the day, I see it now, and it's the thing that I keep thinking about when I think of all the many, many amazing things that happened during that day. It'll set me right off any day of the week. But it's you guys that did it. The amazing lady with the clipboard that got everyone on their time zones and on their slots and in the right time. The enthusiasm of Tafsir and Stephen's friends, and the people that just showed up to just cheer everyone on. I mean, you get told that Britain's broken, you know, I do batshit bonkers Britain just to try and help us laugh along at the madness. But I swear, and it's something I say often, is the heart of the country is made up of the heart of ordinary British people, and the heart of ordinary British people is still brilliant. So to all of you who were the beating heart of that rally, who are the beating heart of Britain, the marshals, the security, the lady that made the bloody awesome cake that I shoved in my face like some fat bird at a blooming all-you-can-eat buffet. That was, yeah, and someone had to pick the bit off that I mean, don't even. To the people who put the portaloos up and the people who put the Keir Starmer toilet paper in, I mean, you're marvellous. And we all owe you a lot. And it's very, very restorative indeed. Well done, everybody.